Hey everyone, welcome to Gen Z Pod. Today, learning looks super fancy. You buy a book, you watch some psychology videos, and while walking back home, you listen to a motivational podcast. Feels like progress is everywhere. Like the world is screaming, "Look, you are growing!" But there is one big question most people never ask. From the last thing you learned, what part did you really use in your daily life? A big research from a company called Degreed showed something shocking. Only 12% of what people learn becomes real action. That means 88% of the time, we are just running in circles. We feel busy, we feel productive, but in reality, we are not moving forward. Imagine this. Someone reads for 3 hours every day about focus, meditation, and discipline. Sounds amazing, right? But then this person cannot even put their phone away for 10 minutes. So the problem is not laziness, not low IQ, not even lack of talent. The problem is that learning itself can become a kind of sweet candy, a fake growth. Our brain loves the good feeling of learning, not the hard and uncomfortable part of real growth. Now here comes the paradox. Smart people know how to grow by being losers. Sounds crazy? Let me explain. MIT did a study in 2018. They tested many different people, old, young, healthy, sick, from different cultures, and they discovered something very cool. When people fail, the brain builds a new neural path, a new road for solving problems. But in success, these brain roads are quiet. They don't work. So your brain actually thinks better when you lose. Harvard also checked startup founders. Guess what? 90% of them had at least one big failure before their company became successful. So success is not just about talent or luck. It's also about being ready to lose. But here's the problem. Our brain doesn't like losing. Let me ask you a funny question. Imagine someone tells you, if you fail 30 times, I promise, on the 31st time, you will succeed big. Would you happily run to fail 30 times? Probably not. Why? Because failure hurts. Not only the pain of losing, but also the pain of people watching you lose. That moment when someone says, "See, I told you it's not possible." That's the real knife. Psychologists call this fear loser-phobia. Even the strongest people can feel it. You don't believe me? Go read about the lives of successful people. Almost all of them tell stories about dark days when nobody believed in them. And here's something deeper. The fear of judgment can itself create psychological damage. In his book, Existential Psychotherapy, Irvin Yalom explains that people who fear losing can never really live their true self. They act, they wear masks, they pretend everything is okay, but inside, they are not free. Sometimes this fear is not even our fault. Maybe when we were kids, our parents didn't let us make mistakes. Don't climb that tree, don't touch that, don't try that. And little by little, we became perfectionists. We learned, I must never fail. And that's why failure later in life feels like self-discovery. Smart people know this. They use failure to understand themselves better. Society tells us, hide your failure. But truth is, failure is part of your identity. The problem today is that we mix I failed with I am worthless. Like, if your project doesn't work, suddenly you think I am trash, I am useless. But failure is just one small piece in the big puzzle of growth. You can fail without being a loser. And yes, you can win, but still not live your true self. Now let's ask, how do we know if we are on the real path and not just wearing the mask of a winner? Let's look at one famous motivational myth. Wake up before sunrise and you will be successful. You probably heard this, right? Well, for some people, waking up early is actually poison. Why? Because of something called chronotype. It means every person has a different biological clock. Some people are full of energy at 7 a.m. Others are still half dead at 10 a.m. And it's not just a habit, it's genetic. Scientists even found a gene called PER3 that helps decide when your brain works best. Researchers at the University of Adelaide forced night owls to wake up early. What happened? Their focus dropped. Their creativity died. Their work almost went to zero. Imagine a person who is born to work best at night, but forces themselves to wake up at 5 a.m. because a book said warriors wake up early. The result? Not only no progress, but also depression and the feeling, why can others do it but not me? As Einstein said, everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will believe it is stupid for life. Exactly the same. Each of us is unique. We just need to understand our own system and use it. Sadly, society keeps telling us, if you are not like this, you are a loser. That's why today, the art of losing is so important. The art of losing means this: accept you are bad in some things, but use your own style to grow. Accept you wake up late, but maybe at night you create amazing ideas. Accept you don't listen to 4 hours of podcasts, but when you get one idea, you take action immediately instead of overthinking. Accept you don't look like everyone else, but you are building your own path. Now, another question. Do we always get results equal to our effort? A Taoist philosopher, Yang Zhu, told a story. Effort said, "Success is mine." Destiny answered, "If effort is so powerful, why are so many hard workers still poor? Why do good people sometimes die young? Why are smart people jobless while fools become bosses?" The story is not to make us hopeless. It is to remind us. Effort is important, but not everything. Chance, destiny, environment, and timing are also big parts. Some people we call losers are just unlucky. One millionaire in an interview was asked, "What is your biggest achievement?" He said, "That I was born in California." That's it. He admitted the truth many so-called self-made people hide. Where you start is a huge factor. Taoism teaches, accept losing as part of life. Not to stop trying, not to give up, but to step out of the endless race where everyone is trying to look perfect. At the end, being a loser can sometimes mean being more free. You write your life story in a way that feels good inside, not just good for Instagram. So yeah, sometimes it's better to be a happy loser than a stressed fake winner. If you liked this video, please share it with a friend. Drop a meaningful comment so YouTube doesn't eat your likes. Yes, they still do that. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for being here. Really, your support gives me energy.